Welcome to Between State Lines.
Welcome back to Between State Lines, episode 81, and we're talking about picky kids and picky meal eating habits. And you said before we start recording that you were a TV dinner girl growing up. What? 'Cause I also ate a ton of TV dinners growing up. What was your like go-to a meal that your family always got, like a brand or whatever?
I don't really remember a brand. I remember a lot of like green peas, mashed potatoes, chicken fried steak kind of thing, Salisbury steaks. Um, the one that I think was something that I like craved as a kid that I have had since being an adult that I really freaking hate. Like makes me want to vomit as an adult, but like the nostalgia tricks me into trying this once every couple of years. Cream of chip beef over 2 pieces of toast.
Fucking
Yeah, when I
gross.
was a kid,
Disgusting.
luxury, don't even know. I loved it. I freaking loved it. And then as an adult, every couple of years, I'll try it and I'm like, this is cardboard in a mediocre sauce that ruins toast. That doesn't even have butter on it, which also, like, was that a staple for everybody? Did everybody have butter on white bread as a kid? Or was that just my house?
I had that too. Yeah.
Because, like, my kids, when my mom makes something really terrible, I'm like, yeah, I had to eat this as a kid and also with buttered white bread. And they're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. But I loved it.
It was always with, like, spaghetti or Italian food, it would be, like, white bread with butter, and then if we were feeling extra wealthy and fancy, we got, like, the store brand Italian bread when I was, like, 12, but it's always just, like, a plain white bread and butter.
We had it with like Chef Boyardee. I feel like we had it with TV dinners. Like it was just like every meal. And sometimes it was just bread with butter. Sometimes it was toast with butter. And then if it was toast with butter and jam, it was a consistency I have never seen again. Never to be recreated from my childhood.
I don't know
I don't
what
know.
it was, like, my mom was really big into chip beef, and I refused to get into that. No, I would never eat
Oh,
it.
it reminds me of my grandma. Like I remember having that with my grandma and my great grandma. And I loved it. Like, it was, like, creamy, and I loved when the beef got, like, in the corner and got kinda crispy, and then now as an adult, I'm like, "That tastes like fucking cardboard. It doesn't have a flavor." And then the sauce is just, like, hot without flavor. It does what? It's not creamy. And you're just ruining toast, and it doesn't even like, maybe if I added butter I don't even know. Another one is, like, SpaghettiOs and Chef Boyardee, like, I don't know how much butter and sugar anybody might have added to that to make it balance out, but it's not straight from the can, and nobody shared their secrets before they went and died on us, so shit's not good. My kids don't like it. They only like SpaghettiOs, and, honestly, I don't understand it.
My mom would always put sugar in, like, ragu. It would, like, be the plain smooth ragu or the Prego or whatever it is. Um, she would the smooth version of the sauce, and she'd put a little sugar in it because according to her, it would taste better. And then I grew up always having, like, stomach aches after eating a bunch of pasta, and I realized why as an adult. I was like, "She put sugar in that, like, that's why I was eating too much fucking sugar."
Yeah, my grandparents made, like, big batches of, like, homemade spaghetti sauce growing up, and I loved it. It was so good. You could eat that like, straight. And then it would take hours and hours and hours. And my grandpa would make me the pasta with, like, the buttered noodles while I was waiting because 'cause I'd get so hungry smelling it all day, and I remember just, like, digging in on that. Like, that was so freaking good. And then later on having to have, like, a bowl of the straight sauce, and I remember, yeah, he put the sugar in because it's supposed to balance it, but if it's already balanced, why are you putting the sugar in? It's just sugar sauce.
Just sugar
But
sauce.
we can't make shit make sense to people who boil chicken. Like, there's just no
Mm.
reasoning. When they think that's
Boiled
superior,
chicken.
like,
It's gross. Like it's disgusting. There's a difference between boiling chicken and fucking water, which my mom did all the time, and like boiling. Essentially, you're boiling when you're making like a soup, but like it's actually with other flavors
no,
in there.
that's flavors. It's taking on flavors. But putting chicken in water, like, you're not even putting it in like broth or any. What's the one less than broth? It's not a
Fucking
stock. It's
disgusting.
not a broth. What's one less? Watered down broth.
My my mom would
Tea.
also
Instead of tea.
she'd make burgers, and she would, I think I told you this before. She would on the stovetop, and she would like, we'd watch her just squeeze like a spatula, squeeze all the juice out of it. It'd be a well done burger, super fucking dry as hell, and just like, yeah, no flavor to it, no juice. Like she would just throw patties on the stovetop with nothing on it, just plain.
Yeah, I live this life. I know these people. They're my family. I say, hey, can we add some seasoning to this? Oh, I left it plain so you can add the seasoning. No, that's not how it works. You add it during so it gets married and everything's like even. Nah, nah, nah. They want everyone to season it to their liking, every individual bite, because everybody likes a mouthful of just straight fucking seasoning.
It's like
I
whenever my
love it when
parents,
seasoning's dry like a horse eating grass.
whenever I had the misfortune of eating my parents' food, specifically my mom's food, I always am like going to it being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put salt in this. Like, without even tasting it, I'm like, I know it needs salt. I know it needs something. Like, I'm not gonna just eat it straight up out of the pot. Like, this ain't good.
Every time. Like,
Every fucking
if you
time.
historically know your recipes suck, stop altering them. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just try once. Do it like it says and see if you can tell the difference. And if you can, keep doing it because it's the right idea. You fucking idiot. I'm speaking to my own mother, not yours, but maybe also yours.
Your improvising does not work. Clearly. Stop doing it.
Like, I can write down all these examples, but it's like ignorance is bliss. Every single time, it's like, oh, well, that fucked up. I'm just going to erase it from my memory. Never to be learned from again.
Never, ever, ever. Ah,
Well,
well,
where the sassy bitch came from.
the sassy bitch. Well, so this week I feel like it's been a relatively, I don't want to say quiet week 'cause it's been pretty awful for Minnesota, but
Yeah.
um, it's been, compared to other weeks, relatively quieter. With the one exception that really stood out this week was the 5-year-old in Minnesota
Yeah.
who was fucking. Not only was he detained by ICE, he was used as bait. And I'm sure you're familiar with it, but for anyone who isn't familiar with the story and didn't hear about it, um, essentially, this kid, 5-year-old kid, got from home from preschool off the bus or whatever, got home, his dad was in the car, and ICE showed up and his father. According to ICE, his dad ran, who I don't believe that. But anyways, detained his father and then took the kid and said, "Hey, let's go to your door." Went up to the door and told the kid to knock on the door, see if anybody else was home. And um, the people who lived there, other family who lived there, literally begged ICE to let the kid stay. And they said no, they wouldn't let him stay there. They just said, "Fuck it, we're taking him," and took him. He's not with his dad somewhere, I believe, in a different state. The kicker is, I mean, it's awful, obviously. But the kicker is this family was here legally. They are on
Oh,
an asylum. Like they got an asylum, and they're going through the process of getting, a green card or whatever to stay here. They're doing it the right way, and they got detained still.
yeah. Well, that's kind of the MO, right? Like, it doesn't matter what route you're you're going, even if it's the right way, they're not going to do their due diligence. And we accept that despite it being completely fucking ridiculous. Right?
And
Which is how it's supposed to go.
I'm so tired of people. You see it all over social media. Who there's two camps. The one is people who are actually out protesting and like spreading what's happening, and so we're all informed. But then you have people who might be protesting, but they don't see the issue. They're like, okay, yes, it's happening, but they can't do this. They can't detain citizens. They can't deport citizens. We're past the point of like they can't do this. Like we're way past that. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you say.
They're doing whatever they want with no need to prove anything, no backup behind any of it, and being supported for it. That's nobody's safe. Nobody's been safe, and nobody will continue to be safe. As the stuff unfolds, this is what we predicted a long time ago. Anybody who's noticed patterns whatsoever. But it feels like it's a whole different level. Like if you thought any of that stuff was extreme in the history books, it's a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean, we are literally getting back to show us your papers. Like I mean, I feel privileged as a white man to not have to worry with that right now. Um, but like people like you who might be white passing but are native, you know, it's a concern obviously for other people too. But like, you shouldn't have to carry your papers, quote unquote, and people shouldn't just be able to demand to see that you're a citizen. Like, fuck off, get a fucking warrant, and come back.
And that's what people I know where I'm from are being instructed to do. Bring your papers on you. But who even knows? If you don't have those on you, who knows if that's sufficient? It's not just people who are brown, people who are white from other places of the world. Like, don't feel so safe just because of your skin color. I know I don't. My aunt today answered the door because she saw a truck that said Amazon. And then she was like, wait, that could have been ICE. And I just like opened the door nonchalantly. She's like, I just have to think about stuff like that. And like, we're all very white passing here. It doesn't matter. Like, not to say that we're not safe. Like, we do feel relatively safe, but that's not okay because there are still people who are very much fucking not.
Yeah, and it is incumbent on people who are in a place of privilege like myself to continue to use our platform and our voice, because we right now at least we have the best ability. You know, obviously ICE doesn't give a shit, but like we have the greatest chance of using our voice safely, quote unquote, without were it being detained or deported or whatever. And we need to use it before we can't have it anymore. Because if once ICE starts deporting people who don't agree with Trump, it's over. Like, we need to start like standing up. They can't just be wait until they come for us.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. Like our big size. Like, it's it's awful, and it's frustrating that we see this shit happening, and people have such little empathy. And there's a nearby me. There was a local protest. And I live in a very conservative state, and the city said, "Okay, we support." They put a statement out saying, "Hey, we support your right to protest. Freedom of speech. We support all that. Now do it, peacefully." And the fucking Trumpers in the comment section were going off saying that how are they allowed to do this? How are they allowed to do this in a public space like a plaza or whatever? I'm like, it's literally your right to speak up. If you want to be a Nazi and
Yeah.
go speak up, I hate you for that shit. But you have a right to go out there and spew your nonsense. So do I. But it's just People are just moronic, uneducated, and it's just frustrating that we have to be led by these fucking morons.
This is just I can't believe this is our reality. But it is.
We're in the fucking dumbest timeline possible. Like this
Yeah,
the
like,
fucking
fuck
dumbest.
you, Bears. Why couldn't you pull this off, Bears?
God damn it, Bears! You fucking
God
motherfuckers.
damn it, Bears. Wait, who beat them? The Steelers?
No, the Bears got beat by the Rams. So in the NFC,
Oh,
it's the Rams and Seahawks.
I can't even be mad at the Rams. I have a friend who's a Rams fan.
And then you
Everybody
got
else here is a Seahawks fan, and they're all just like, what's going to happen on Monday? Who's going to call out?
the Patriots and Broncos on the other side. So
Really?
yeah,
The Broncos are still in it?
they are. They lost their quarterback though. He broke his ankle. So,
That's what they were talking about in the office. I don't really understand. Like, I at one point last week, I was like, if I listen in on everything they have to say, will I know something more about football? And I was like, probably not. Probably not.
but yeah, so we're distracted with the football right now for the next few days, and then more shit hits fan. But
Yep.
yeah. So beef corner, fuck you, Ice.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck you, Ice.
you, Ice. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, JD Vance. Fuck you, every person. I'm just gonna say it. Every person in the Trump administration. Fuck all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck you, Subway.
Yep.
We gave you a pass last week, but you don't get a pass this
But
week.
did we?
Kind of did. We did kind
Okay.
of. We still said fuck you, but like it was a lighthearted fuck you. This is a fuck you with hatred inside. We're back. Yeah. We're so back.
Yeah. I love this. Trump, JD Vance, Trump admin, Subway.
Subway.
Because it's all fake. Don't give me fake bread.
It's fucking
Stupid
disgusting.
bitch.
I really want to know who the fuck eats the Subway. It's disgusting. It's just fucking
I used
gross.
to as a kid.
Yeah, but now your tastes have developed.
Or they changed. They cut cost 30 years later.
Were they ever good though? I mean, they had a spokesperson who was a
You know what?
pedophile.
On a Wednesday, when my mom would come do a half day from work and bring me a 6-inch Subway sandwich, and if I could give another half to another random friend that was there that day, God, I was rich. I was living the life as an 11-year-old. Yeah.
But the footlongs for $5 were a scam. I never once in my whole entire life ever got a $5 footlong. It was always like $6.30. I don't know what the $5 footlong was for.
Well, you're a fucking idiot that likes add-ons. Like, if you like add-ons, it's gonna cost more.
No. Remember I told you before we start recording, I was a very picky eater. I would do turkey, cheese, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. Did you do double cheese?
No.
Did you not get one of the ones that were listed as a $5 footlong?
Is that what it was?
So many $5 footlongs. Yeah, they had certain ones that were $5 footlongs.
Are you fucking kidding me? So this
No,
whole
you gotta fucking read, you idiot.
So my whole entire fucking life,
You've been so bad at Subway because you can't read.
Well, I'm so. So my whole entire life, you're telling me
I'm so mad at them over onions, but
that I hated Subway because, well, besides their food being awful, I hated them because their advertised price was not correct, and it's because I didn't get this specific sandwich.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It wasn't one certain, like they had one certain one every day that would be their $5 footlong.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? I'm gonna sue Subway. Subway, I'm coming for you.
No, you're the
Class
idiot.
action lawsuit.
God, you're the idiot in this case. It's not
Class
like the McDonald's thing where everybody made her out to be evil and It was them
Yeah,
that was
you're gonna
evil.
make me out to be
You're the
evil.
idiot. No, you're the idiot. You didn't
No,
read.
I am the old lady in this situation.
No, you're being a
I am the
man. You're
innocent.
doubling down.
I'm the innocent little boy who
I'm
was only
gonna let
12
it
years old.
go, but you're fucking dumb. All right, move on. Yeah,
Okay,
fuck you,
Subway.
Subway. I'm
Fuck you,
so mad about
Subway.
the bread and the onions, but
And the $5
sure.
price.
Yeah, and Holden can't read.
And I
It's your
can't.
fault, Subway.
I'm gonna sue Subway. Subway, mark your days. I'm gonna own
Yeah,
your
donate
company.
some money so Holden can go to school to learn how to read.
I'm gonna win this lawsuit, and I'm gonna own Subway, and I'm gonna close every single fucking location in the whole country. But I'll give like every employee like $100,000.
Are
But
there any open locations anymore?
yeah, there's like 5 near me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Also,
your area that's
how
keeping
the
them afloat.
how the fuck? There's one. I'm pretty sure like a mile away from the other one. Like, how are 2 Subways? I think it's a big conspiracy. Is Subway kind of like the whole theory that that mattress stores are just
No, I
laundering?
believe it.
They
Have you ever
have to
studied a
be.
store? I have, because I worked at an Applebee's next to a mattress firm. Nobody's ever going in that place. And have you ever gone mattress shopping? Do you know how to do that? You go to one store, you mark down all the prices, you try out the beds, you go to another store, you tell them how much it was at the first store, and they price match it, throw in a bed frame.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
just
compete
order.
like that when there's no customers?
Yeah, I just order online. I ain't going to the store. I ain't going.
Well, that's how you do it for the cheapest price.
I'll
But
gladly
yeah,
pay extra to not go into the store
live your best
if
life.
if I don't have
I
to
will
interact
also
with
do that
somebody.
sometimes if I could get it for around the same price. But that's how you shop there. And if you're going into a storefront, you're either shopping like that or you're shopping online. Who's the customer? Money laundering,
It's true.
right?
So is
Storefront.
Subway also money laundering because they suck
No,
and
because they got all the old people that knew how to read the fucking coupons and got the $5
fuck
footlongs.
you.
No, it's true, because they used to come into the bar that I worked at later in the evening and talk about their $5, like that's how the bartender who's worked at my bar since they opened, that's how she established her first customers there, is that she worked at Subway before that. And all the old people came to see her when she went to the bar.
I I hope to God I don't become the old person that like talks about their Subway sandwich when I get to be that age.
No, you're going to be like a teriyaki bowl or something. It's a new generation.
It's true.
Get with the times.
Sometimes when I'm eating dinner, I'm like reading up on another meal I can make. I'm like, oh, this looks good too. Like eating a meal while also reading about a meal or watching a video on a meal.
Anytime I see a good recipe, I send it to you so you could try it first and tell me how it is.
I need to start making some. There's a whole bunch that you sent me. I gotta start making. There was
I
one. It
know.
was
I
like
just tried to make it a point to not send you anything with peanut butter in it, but like, sorry if some of those escape me.
you can easily substitute,
Sure,
other nut
if
butters.
you say so.
Peanut butter sucks ass. So, I mean,
You don't know because you would die.
you just look at it. Just look at peanut butter. Open a jar and like look at it. It looks like shit. It looks awful.
Every
If
single person in my household takes little pieces of like chocolate and dips it in peanut butter and eats it as a snack.
I don't understand that. I don't. That seems like
Every
that
single
seems
person. Like,
disgusting.
well, it's because you're allergic. You just don't get it. You don't want to miss out, but you are. It's like my sister, and like she would die over a good piece of watermelon.
Okay,
Like, you just don't get
watermelons.
it. Yeah, she's
Watermelon's
allergic.
delicious.
She's like deathly
Oh,
allergic, and she's like, I would die. Like, whenever there's watermelon for like an employee thing at work, she's like, I would die over that, and I'd taste it, and I would tell her if it's worth dying over or not. And most of the time, it's not.
I've just realized I've never heard of someone allergic to watermelon. That's crazy. That's the
She's
first
like
person I've.
wildly allergic to watermelon.
That's so. I feel bad for her. I mean, to be
I'm
honest,
allergic to a lot of fruit.
but like, okay, to be honest, if I was being allergic to anything besides peanut butter, I think I would pick watermelon because watermelon is so hit or miss. You could get a really,
Well,
really good one.
yeah, but like if people make weird juices, they never disclose if there's watermelon in it.
I mean, I don't
It's
trust
been
people
a
make.
problem in her adult life where
If you
she's gone to
make
like bachelorette parties and stuff, and like they were like this pink juice, and she's like, "Is there watermelon in this?" And they like will not tell her. And she's like, "I am severely allergic."
okay, well, okay, I think I would still choose it in that situation because I mean, I don't think I've ever really had homemade juice besides like if I'm squeeze
What?
like my own oranges, sure, but like I've never had
Never
like
like a
homemade.
homemade grapefruit or lemonade?
Uh-uh.
Wow, you're missing out. Those are both really good.
I'm sure they're delicious,
No,
but
that's I didn't think I liked grapefruits or grapefruit juice until I had fresh squeezed when I lived in Arizona. And I'm like, shit, I love grapefruit. I love it.
see, like I don't know, I could get behind like you could eat those and drink that juice freshly made, but you could avoid watermelon. But if it's like the cocktails, you need to
No,
avoid.
I would like to be
That's
allergic to
harder.
grapefruit. If I was going to be allergic to fruit, make it
But
something that's like only good in certain situations.
yeah, but
Like
like
watermelon can
okay,
be good so many different times, refreshing. It's so good. And you could put like tahini on it, you could put salt, you could put sugar. Like there's so many different ways you can have it.
but you're thinking of watermelon as if like you're getting it good every single time. I feel like the number of times I've chosen a watermelon that supposedly is good and like it actually tastes like shit. Like it's not very good. You
Okay, but
know,
you're telling me that that's happened more than you thought that a grapefruit looked good and it tasted like shit?
I don't think I've ever had a grapefruit that tasted bad enough to be like, man, I would be okay being allergic to this. But I've had a watermelon enough where I'd be like, okay, I'd be okay being allergic to this.
Wow. I feel like I know so much more about you and I don't know if I like you anymore.
This is over.
What?
I,
The
I
podcast
play
just goes,
I play with
we're done here.
the chances, right? The chances are higher that I get a bad watermelon versus the chances of me getting a bad grapefruit.
I only like grapefruit when it's fresh squeezed. If it's the fresh grapefruit, I think it just looks like it should taste so good, and then it's like so tart that I'm like that tastes like garbage.
But the tartness is I love the tartness. That's the
No,
other
I like
thing.
the tartness, but it I like the balance of it when you like juice it. But when you're trying to eat it, that initial tartness, it's so hard to get past that unless you have like a gentle sweetness in that grapefruit. But there's so many I've had in my lifetime that are just straight fucking tart that I'm like, I didn't even enjoy this. I don't have that with watermelon. Even when it's like a bad watermelon, I'm still happy I'm eating watermelon. But I have thrown away many a grapefruit. Especially because my dad used to cut them in half in the morning and like eat half of it and then leave the other half out and be like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. No, never once liked it until my
Okay,
sister juiced it in Arizona.
okay, well that's first of all that's psycho. Whoever cuts a watermelon in half and leaves half for later,
Not
unless you're like,
watermelon, grapefruit. Grapefruit.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's psycho. Like it dries out. If you dry the hell, that would just dry the hell out, and you lose the flavoring.
Maybe that's what's wrong with it. I don't know,
Maybe.
but my dad is a psycho. But that's what I grew up with. Jesus, you know this.
Well, your dad's a psycho, but you're also wrong about this. So
Mm-mm.
it's okay to be wrong. We'll just chalk it up. I'm gonna put a survey in. This is an excellent question. If you would, okay, the question's gonna be: would you rather be allergic to watermelon or allergic to grapefruit? And this is deathly allergic. You can't like you die if you have it. So that's the question we'll
Yep.
pose to our audience.
Sounds good. This didn't tell me a lot.
I think more people are gonna agree with me. I'm making this citrus.
If more people agree with you, we cater to monsters, and I'm out
We
of
can,
here. It can't be true. Prove me wrong, guys.
Prove me right.
Yeah. Prove him right. Let's see it. Bunch of
It's a
fucking monsters.
bunch of fucking my little monsters. That's the gagas, right?
Yeah, they're
Gagas.
gonna be your minions.
My minions. There you go.
Your
No,
Gru.
no, I'll call them my melons.
Oh my god.
That's
And you're allergic to all of them?
right. Okay, so Creep Corner. I got a few stories I'll read, and then we'll get back to our story from last week and finish part 2 of that. This first one comes from Reddit user zealous ideal underscore bug 7634. My best friend and I would always talk about crazy dreams we had. I never thought much of it until he told me about one where he got hit by a car and died. We were about 15 or 16 when he talked about the dream, and he died right before he would have turned 20. He told me in his dream he was riding a skateboard wearing all black when the car hit him and could see everyone at his funeral. He even said his crush was at his funeral, and he laughed about it. He just kept going on about how it was so real, and it really shook me up until eventually I forgot all about it. Then a few years later, after I had long forgotten about the dream, it happened for real. His crush was at his funeral. He did get hit by a car and die. He was wearing all black, like in the dream, and he was riding my skateboard. I felt crazy. It just left me with so many questions, but I guess now I have proof, at least to myself, that our souls go on after we die.
What?
That's a, I feel
He
like
was riding his skateboard?
he was riding his skateboard wearing all
All these
black.
years later, like 4 years later, when you're that young? That's crazy.
I'm guessing he like gave him the skateboard and the yeah. Um yeah. So 4
I
years
feel like if
later.
I had a premonition like that, I wouldn't ever wear all black and ride that skateboard.
Yeah. I mean that's pretty I feel like I've had dreams about dying, and none of them have come true. At least not this time. Like maybe in other timelines I, died in those ways. But someone I saw a TikTok the other day that said that you basically when you are dreaming, uh there's a theory that you live an entire lifetime in that dream. So birth, death, but your brain does not remember the whole entire like lifetime you lived, and that it just remembers, the little bits and pieces that you hold on to after you wake up.
Did we read a story like that?
I don't think so. I might have
Okay.
sent you the video.
No, I heard something that was like, it might have been a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know what it was, but it was like about this woman who went to sleep and she had a dream, but she didn't wake up. And it was like she lived like this whole life. She like had a son. She had
Oh
this whole
yeah,
thing.
we
And then
did. We did. Yeah, we did.
okay, I was like, this is like I feel like I've heard the story. And then it was like she woke up and it was like all of a sudden it was like she grieved this life that she lived like an entire life.
Yeah, it was a guy actually. So, um, it was,
Oh,
but
was it?
it was, yeah. Sometimes guys have good dreams. Okay, sometimes.
I think that I maybe it just touched so close to home that I like personalized it because yeah, I that one like hit home. I can't imagine going to sleep and like having this whole life and these kids and then waking up and it's like all of it's gone because I've been in major accidents in my life and thinking like what if I was in a coma of some sort and all of this is not real and then I wake up in the hospital and it's like I'm 22.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. It was. called like the lampshade looks weird. I remember you were like
Oh,
saying that
no,
like
that was a guy,
is
but
it a
this was a
different
different one.
a different one? Oh.
Yeah, it was like this lady, and I swear it was a lady, and she like went to sleep and she had this dream, and it was like she met somebody, and it was like she just didn't wake up, and she at one point she's like, I knew this was a dream, but it was like I just wasn't waking up, and so I just like kept living life like I had this son and I watched him grow up, and it was like she had lived 40 years, and then she woke up and all of a sudden she was like in her 20s, and she like grieved this whole life that she lived in her sleep that nobody else experienced. But the lampshade one, like I know after my best friend died, I was like, let's go stare at lampshades, like see if they look a little weird.
I think I remember like I think at least twice when I was younger. Like once when I was like probably 12, and once when I was in my early 20s. I had a dream. It was kind of like that. I don't remember at all what the dream was about. But I remember distinctly I was like married to somebody and I had such like it was like an intense emotional connection with them. And then when I woke up, it was like I missed that emotional connection. Like that was like I had this like deep feelings for them, but I didn't know their face, didn't know what they looked like, their personality was. It was just like this feeling of like fullness that now is empty.
Yeah. Um, I was talking about this with my daughter the other night because I swear when I had been dating her dad for like a year or two, I had a dream and it turned up to be her. I didn't have her for like 10 years later. But when she was like 9 months old, I realized that that dream that I had like looked just like her, like a little brown haired, like olive colored skin baby that was standing up when looked really really small, and she had like this curly hair, and I was like, holy shit, like that's my daughter now. That was like probably 8 years before I ever had my son, and like 10 years before I had her. So it's like I dreamt about you before you were a thing, and I cried about it because I'm like that. But it like that one hit home because like what if this is all a dream and I wake up and it was after like one of my car accidents, and it's like none of this is real, staring at all their artwork and stuff. Like, what if all that was gone? None of it's real. I come back to this room, didn't even take the paint off the walls.
Now,
Fuck
it's
me
a
up.
it's a tough question though. So let's say this is all a dream, right? Everything that happened to you is a dream, and you wake up and it's 15 years ago. Considering everything you've gone through in your life, the good and the bad, would you make the same if you came to the same crossroads with decisions you made, would you do it again?
Ultimately, yeah. Yeah. A lot. And like, there might be some things I would tweak a little bit. But like, for the big decisions, yeah, I would end up right back here. I would tweak some things for sure, though.
I like that.
Yeah.
Could
I'm meant to be here. I don't know how I could have got to like this point in like my life and healing journey any other way. Like, it had to be the hard way. It had to be this way. The only way that I see it otherwise happening would have been more excruciating and harder. So really, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Now I would expect that you would like the changes you would make would one somehow figure out a way to not have Trump elected.
Well, yeah, all I'd have to do is fuck up that Cubs game, right?
Fucking yeah, yeah, run on the field. But
I wasn't doing nothing in 2015, 2016. Like, I didn't have kids.
let's go
I
to
could for
Chicago.
sure mess that game up. Plus, I was a cute young thing at that time. Like, I could have just gone and like fucked up one of those baseball players' lives, messed up the whole thing.
I think you'd also have to go and save Harambe. I think that was also a pivotal time in our timeline.
Yeah, honestly, if I could just save him just for the life itself and me all of those fucking memes, I would do it. What else we gotta do? Let's make a list.
uh, this next one is by Night King 001. From the ages of 3 to 7, I get up sometimes at night and go to the top of the stairs, completely awake. I'd see a faceless man at the bottom, and after a second, he'd run towards me very fast up the stairs. I'd run away and scream until my mom would run up and comfort me. When I was 7, I decided to fight it. so when I s- so when I saw it next, I stood my ground and screamed at it as it ran closer. I extended my arm out. It extended an arm out to grab me as it got near the top of the stairs. I cocked a fist to punch it, but it disappeared. It appeared at the bottom again and ran up, reached out to me, and disappeared before it got to me. It did this a fair few times before I realized it was on a loop and couldn't actually get me. It might not
Well,
have been
thank
a
you.
real entity, but an imprinted memory. And after that night, I never saw it again. That is pretty funny. Punching a ghost.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Good try.
I kind of want to go fight a ghost now. I kind of want to. Next time I see a ghost, if I see one, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna run up to it. I'm gonna punch it. See what happens.
Help me.
What's it gonna do to
I
me?
run away. Pee my pants.
It's a little bitch ghost. What's it gonna do to me?
Oh, we'll challenge it. Because what if it's not a little bitch ghost? What if you a little bitch human?
What the fuck is it's doing in my house?
You didn't say it was at your house.
Okay, I mean, in this scenario, it's in my house. I'm not going to some random stranger and just punching them across the face.
A ghost
Uh,
hunting. You can see a ghost punch to the face. That's what I was picturing.
uh,
All I
this
want in
next
this
one,
world is to be able to breathe. That's all I want.
this next one is by Brian Thomas. Arg. My best friend, my best friend in middle school, had just moved into the neighborhood, and his house was previously owned by an old woman that died in the house. One night, I was sleeping over at his house, and I awoke in the middle of the night to get a glass of water. As I walked out of his bedroom, I entered a long hallway that leads to the living, dining, kitchen area. All the lights in the house were off except the kitchen light. From my viewpoint, I couldn't see the kitchen directly, but there were framed pictures lining the hallways, and indirectly, the glass panes were illuminated from the kitchen light, and I could see the kitchen in the reflection. In one of the panes, I saw a woman in a robe standing in front of the stove. She had her back to me, and I couldn't see her face, but I saw that there was steam billowing from her figure, like she was standing in front of the stove, perhaps boiling a pot of tea. My friend's mom drank lots of tea, so I thought it was her, but I rounded the corner to enter the kitchen, and there was no one there. I am 99% certain I saw a ghost. I have no other explanation.
Sounds about right. That's that a ghost.
Now, the ghost wasn't really being helpful. It wasn't being harmful. Like the lady who was doing the dishes, now that was a kind of a helpful ghost.
Yeah, but you get so lucky, you know?
Now, if this lady had made some tea, maybe she could stay.
Maybe. Maybe.
The last one is from Heart of the Ocean 44. It was shortly after we lost a whole slew of patients to COVID 19. One unit was completely empty. A call light went off in the empty unit where the COVID 19 patients had been in an empty room. Because my place hadn't hired one security guard, or installed any security cameras, one nurse asked me, "Are you brave?" while I was just passing out ice water. I mumbled, "Yes, what's wrong?" She said, "Please check out the call light. A ghost is setting it off." I asked her, "What if it isn't a ghost?" And she mumbled, "Well, we're right behind you." I opened the door and there was no one. I checked under the 2 hospital beds in the bathroom, and checked in the closet. Then I turned off the call light and informed the nurse there was no one. According to her, it was a ghost. As I proceeded off the unit, the call light went back on. I went back and shut it off, and it continued like that 5 more times. Imagine being a ghost and being stuck in a fucking hospital. Like, it'd be so annoying.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to be a person with a ghost in a hospital, let alone a ghost stuck in a hospital with other ghosts.
I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be like, really?
You don't
Really?
even get a turf.
What?
Like, you
What
live
was-
your whole afterlife in this hospital and you don't even get your own turf.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of fucked. Like,
That's kind of fucked.
if that's how it is, and you are like, essentially you haunt where you die, and only where you die, I sincerely hope that Donald Trump dies on the toilet, because then he'll be stuck haunting that toilet, that bathroom, for the
Isn't
entire
that how
afterlife.
Elvis died?
Yeah, he died. He died of overdose on the toilet.
What if somebody wished that on him?
I mean, that, you know, that would suck.
That would suck.
Unfortunately, who did he piss off in life?
Thought. Just a thought.
Nobody
That
wish
was
me that death. Please don't. Let me die on like the beach or something. I can like ch- chill on the beach for the rest of my afterlife. On the beach, not in the fucking water.
Can I live the rest of my life on a beach instead of banking on the afterlife? Please?
You could. You could live the rest of your life on a beach. Takes, a lot of money, but win the lottery. Or
Yeah, I've been
you
trying.
or you find a sugar daddy who wants to pay for your
Don't laugh when
luxurious.
you say that. That's rude.
Not that you can't. The
Yeah,
concept of a
just giggling. Just find a sugar daddy. Everybody wishes.
not that you couldn't. Everyone's
Uh-huh.
entitled to a sugar daddy.
Don't
But
talk to me right now. I was like, I know I sound like I'm all sick and nasally. I can't defend myself right now on this. You're right.
we're
Maybe they're
taking
into that though.
there somebody is. There are people into
Yes,
feet. There
there's
are
people
people
into
in
everything.
Yeah, there are people into feet. There are people into like buying underwear. That's the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, but I thought about going into that business. Like, how easy would it be to just anonymously donate dirty underwear?
It it doesn't have to be like dirty. No one's gonna.
Yeah, but do you see the money that's associated with the dirty?
Yeah, but you say it's dirty. Like, how is anyone? First of all, two things. For one, how is anyone gonna prove that your underwear is worn and not just like ruffled up, thrown in a dryer, and like rubbed in like dirt and like yeah, dirt's a little extreme there. You're not like shitting yourself, but like you could make
I don't know what you
underwear
do with your
seem.
underwear. I'm not going to judge you. You live your life. I
You
shit
could
myself and I rub dirt in it. Yeah, there you go.
you could make it seem like your underwear is dirty. You could just go buy a pack of underwear and just like make it seem used. How are they going to
Maybe.
prove it? How are they going to if they sue you? How are they going to prove it isn't?
I think they just cut it as loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Rate you
And
lower.
and meanwhile, you have cleaned up. This is an untapped business. There's nothing. You could just buy a fresh pack from Target and sell one pair for like buy up $200.
Yeah, there's
Isn't that
always
crazy?
well, Victoria's Secret used to have like those like 15 and everything's $1. Can you imagine? And then if they actually are dirty and you don't give a shit, there's like hundreds of dollars for one pair.
That and bathwater. Like people like buy used bathwater. Again, how are you
And
gonna
I just let
tell?
it drain down the drain for free.
But you could literally you could just fill up with a tap water and say it's your bathwater. Put a little bit of
No,
like put a
you gotta
little
have like a little oil or something in there.
yeah, like put a little oil in there, put like, take a bath bomb and kind of like grind it up, like put a little bit of like the crumbs or
So
whatever in
you want
there
me to make potions, and I could sell potions out there.
for a fuck ton of money. We need to capitalize on these perverts, okay?
I already have the website.
This seems like a money making business.
Yeah, I bought the website in like 2012. For like 14 years, I've been paying on blahblahunicorn.com. I've done not shit with it.
This is what we're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna use your face. Okay. You're gonna be the person. You are the spokesperson for this. And then I'm just gonna ship out the unused underwear from I'm just gonna go to Target, buy a pack, and you say, "Oh,
Okay,
I
okay,
wore
but
this."
this is the concept too. You're mostly getting unused underwear, but one in every 300, you're going to get a used pair from one random person. You don't know what they look like, who they are.
We could make it even worse, but uh
And then
no.
6 months later, you'll get a picture in the mail of who it was.
And it's me. I,
Too much.
this is an untapped market. I think we need to get on this. You're the face of it. I'll supply the actual product and ship it out from like a PO box. We'll make a fuck ton of money. Clean up. You get your beach house.
I also could ship out some because this is like a weird little thing of knowledge about me. I don't know that I've gotten rid of that many pairs of underwear since like I was like 14. Got a bin. Got a bin. It's ready to go. If you are one of our top 20 people who buy the most stuff, we'll ship you one of those for free.
Okay, Steph.
Yeah.
Are you telling us that you 22 years?
Probably. I don't
They,
know. There's definitely one pair in there that I'm like, I bought those in Reno when I was like 22.
don't they have like holes in them? Like
Nah.
what?
They're a special occasion.
Okay, I guess that makes sense then. But still, that's 21 years. Holy, 22 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, if they had holes in them, I threw them away. But I've kept all of the best of the best my whole life.
Best of the
Basically.
best. What the fuck?
If they're not trashed, or they could be trashed a little worse, don't worry. They got their own special selection in the collection. Here's weird facts about me. Thank
So
you all
you
for
have an
joining
excess
this.
plethora of this. So we could be really tapping into this. Steph's
Yeah,
extra
I'm telling you,
special.
that's for the premier orders. Like, you are one of our top people that are like, we're doing this whole scheme. It sounds so terrible. This whole scheme with. Yeah, you may end up with one of the. I'll even send you a piece of paper that tells you where it's from and a story about it. How about that?
This is an excellent idea. Okay, so yeah, so
This could be you. You could have the Reno undies.
the this is an excellent idea. Okay, so we have, you know, quote unquote used. We obviously it's unused, but we sell one of every 100 are gently used, and then like the special occasion ones, one every 300,
Yeah, because I'm
whatever.
like yeah, because the Reno ones I wouldn't say are gently used. 22? Like 36? is too much. Okay.
Okay, so gently used. Okay, so you're saying they're not gently used. Like, okay, I need more information here. So what's the difference? The swimming
When
question
they've
was,
been
are
in
there
the collection
holes?
for 14 years, I wouldn't say they're like new. There's no holes.
It's like an
They're
eBay
not
listing, used like new.
yeah, I would list these as used, not like new.
Used very good.
Yeah, yeah, used very good. If they still exist, I don't know. I've got like I said, it's a bin, and I don't know. There's a lot.
Why do you still have them?
Who has time to go through all of them?
22
the
years, you haven't had like 5 minutes.
No, if I put something on and I'm like, oh, I don't like this, or it feels like it's trashed, I'll just throw it away. But then if I wash it again, like if I wear it and I'm like, oh, this is the last time I wear it, and then I accidentally wash it again, I got to wear it again because I already washed it.
Okay,
It's-
how many are we talking about here? And how many estimate? Like, not
I
exact.
can make it rain.
20.
So many more.
50.
I could probably not do laundry for 2 months.
So, assuming that you
Easy.
change it every single day, that's at least 60.
Yeah.
60?
At least.
Holy moly. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. I have like maybe 12.
Yeah, but you're a guy. You don't do like, okay, first of all, you probably don't have like period panties. You probably don't have ones that like when you're feeling extra bloated, when you're not. Like for these pants, for this dress, like listen, there's staples for all of it. And yeah, then there's ones that you've carried on through the years. Like I know that I still have the Reno ones because I know that 2 years ago I could fit into them again. And that was crazy. But they were made in the early 2000s. So if I came across them again, they probably wouldn't make it, but they're probably at the bottom of the bin.
Okay, this makes more sense now. Now I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So every now and then we'll mix in a pair of used like new or used very good.
Yeah,
in the
used
mix
very good.
with a postcard saying where it was from and a little factoid.
And or one story. It could be either. Or you might just get a fun fact about me. I like this color. Who knows? No promises.
This is a great business venture, and I am 100% on board. I think we should do it. Make a ton of money.
I think that if y'all weirdos want to be allergic to watermelon over grapefruit, this business venture is for you.
It's for. I think it's for you if you ate TV dinners as a kid in the 90s and early 2000s. This is absolutely for you. If you're looking to supply our lifestyle, yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, and if you want to get on board and also supply your underwear, then reach out to Holden. He'll put you on the list. We'll make a little pyramid scheme. That'd be great.
You can recruit people.
Get in early on. Yeah.
Recruit people to your pipeline, and then eventually I just get like apparently 1,000 pair of underwear, and then distribute out.
When you earn enough and you get enough people below you, you earn a vending machine, and then you put your vending machine with the underwear wherever you can get it. Like that's up to you, but that's how you earn your keep to be at the top of the pyramid.
You know what?
By earning vending machines.
You know how I picture this happening? I picture it like this. You know how at dispensaries they have like your weed is like an airtight bag. This is your underwear is in an airtight bag, and then so it keeps in the smell.
You can get those off Amazon.
This is incredible.
They're like relatively cheap.
This is gonna
I
be
did little marketing bags out of them before. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. And if you want to join this pyramid early in, we just came up with it. You could be top 5 Imagine the possibilities.
Yes, but please keep all your underwear to yourself.
Imagine.
Don't don't be shipping me. Don't be shipping me all your underwear. I don't need 600 pair.
Ship Holden all your underwear. He'll divvy through it and find out what's necessary. And there's going to be one exclusive club of people who are into weird shit. And don't worry,
Oh my god.
Holden will separate those weird shit underwear to a whole different category. We
People are
got
gonna
you. We know. We're not into it,
like
but we're
going
not
through
going to
underwear
shame
with
you.
like shit stains on it. I'm like
Whatever. Whatever.
it's direct
Ship
to the
it to
consumer.
Holden. He'll sort it and he'll get you on that weird list.
Oh my god. I think
Don't tell me about it though.
I think considering how much I get harassed in my TikTok lives, I think
Do you
there's a
still do
weirdo out
those?
there. I haven't done it for like a few months because I got harassed. It got like graphic.
I've never once done it. Been
It
too scared.
Yeah, for you it'd be worse. For me, it was like
I
very
don't have a lot
much.
of followers or anything.
Yeah, don't you have 1,000 followers or something like that? I think you have 1,000.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe you lost a bunch of followers. Let's see.
I don't pay
But
attention.
let me see your follower count here. You have 631. So you can apparently you can still go live at I think 500 is what they put it down to. So
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
you too could be sexually harassed for the low price of 500 followers.
I don't know how to go live, and honestly, I'm too scared to post videos. So why would I go live? I have 96 drafts.
96 drafts.
96 drafts that I've been too scared to post, and I haven't made any in a while. So I wonder what's in that.
Okay, so
Mhm.
back to our story last week, which was titled
Oh yeah,
just so
there's a
everyone
story.
catch up on this. The previous tenant of my new flat left a survival guide. I'm not sure I want to live here anymore.
Oh yeah.
So this lady and her boyfriend move into this apartment, and she finds a weird letter with like instructions. And I think just so we can recap it, I should probably read the instructions of what you should not do.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
follow up that her boyfriend probably did it.
right. So the first one she said not to do is the landlord will never bother you. He doesn't visit, call, or communicate in any way. Make sure you pay your rent in a timely manner. Number two was do not use the communal elevator between 1:11 and 3:33 a.m. Number three, when you hear strange animal noises coming from flat 48, don't question it. Number four, if you ever come across a window cleaner on the balcony, ignore him. Number five, don't leave food scraps out. Six, don't communicate with any neighbors who claim to come from flats 65 to 72 because they died in a fire in the late 80s. Number seven, keep a weapon in each room. Number eight, the building has a committee that will try to get you to join it. It's one of those neighborhood groups that goes on about improving living conditions for all residents. And they said to get involved in it, but don't babysit Terry's two children. Number nine, stray hairless cats sometimes roam the hallway. They're mostly harmless, but do not pick them up. And that's with the exception being if you see one of the neighbors from units 65 to 72, then you can bring it inside with you, I guess, to protect it. Number 10, there's no way to fix the damp patch in the ceiling in the bedroom. Number 11, you can trust the postman, and he comes every morning at 8:54 a.m. And she finished it saying the first few weeks are going to be the worst, and you feel like you made a mistake. And then she discovered her boyfriend actually left the apartment between 1:11 and 3:33 a.m., and he probably most likely used the elevator to get downstairs. So that's where we left off. Her boyfriend is now missing in action. So much has happened in the last 24 hours. I'm so stressed and I barely any sleep since I discovered Jamie was missing. It's starting to make me feel a little twitchy, but I thought I'd update you guys. I was overwhelmed by all the suggestions you gave me and have taken more than a few of them on board. I'm definitely going to be getting a huge planter full of sage for the balcony, and I did spill a little salt in my doorway. I'm sorry to disappoint, but that didn't help at all. There's nothing I'm following quite like Mrs. Hemming's rules. I followed them to the letter so far, and lo and behold, I'm still alive. That's not to say it hasn't been tough. I'll start from the beginning. I was going, I was, bleh. I was going crazy. In a few hours after my last post, Jamie still hadn't returned. He had been gone for almost 24 hours. His work have called me multiple times. I don't know what to say, so I just keep ghosting their calls. I was bang in the middle of the danger time when I decided checking the lift had to be my first step. But I wasn't going to break that rule. I waited. I waited desperately for 3:34 a.m. to come, and I'm ashamed to say that when it did, I remained paralyzed to our sofa for almost half an hour before I found the nerve to leave the flat. It was 4:02 a.m. when I finally reached the lift. The lift in this building is old and rickety. It hasn't been updated in a very long time and has likely been here as long as the building. Its big, clunky buttons stared back at me as I glared at them, hoping for some sort of answer or clue. My heart thumped and I was overcome with a feeling of dread, but nothing came of any of it. I was hopeless. I stepped inside the lift, rode it up and down a few floors, and searched the entire perimeter with a phone torch for anything I could find. I found nothing. Jamie had completely disappeared. Sobbing and exhausted, I rode back down to floor 7 and turned my key in flat 42, the perfect home that felt anything but home at that point. I sat at the cheap, flat pack dining table we managed to put together on move-in day and cried, my hands shaking as I held my phone. I was flitting between reading all your comments and contemplating calling the police for an hour, but I decided to call my friend Georgia instead. I needed a real person here. Things were so crazy, I wasn't sure the police would be able to help with what little information I had. But I knew I needed to sound it out with somebody. I'll spare you the details again, but I told her everything. She promised she'd be with me in the morning. She had to take her younger brother to school. I waited anxiously, not before arming every room exactly as advised. Before I knew it, the clock said it was 8:23 a.m. I had around half an hour until the postman showed up. There was no way I was missing him today. I stood by the door, looking vacantly at the wood, like someone in a film who was possessed. The exhaustion was really setting in, but Jamie was all I could think of. Pure adrenaline was keeping me standing. At 8:52 a.m., I opened the door. The next 2 minutes were the longest in my life, but when I saw him, a wave of relief swept my entire body. Right on cue, 8:54 a.m., the postman, Ian Flanders, stood in front of me, a smile that barely hid his concern covering his younger than expected face. He didn't look old enough to have been the postman for over 35 years, but I was too distracted by the answers that I needed from him to care. Ah, you must be the new tenant, he stated, but in a way that sounded like a question. I struggled with my answer, so I got straight to the point. Mrs. Hemmings left me a note. She said to speak with you if. Can I come in, dear? I think we need to chat. I ushered Ian in, my hands still shaking as I flapped them in the direction of the sofa, gesturing him to sit down. I shoved the now slightly crumpled note into his lap and waited. I'm glad Prue still thinks that highly of me. I miss that old girl, he said with a coy smile as he reached the end of the note. Can you help me or not? I had no time for his ego trip over a moved on neighbor. I can help, but I can't stop for long, so it has to be quick. I've walked these halls delivering the post for 40 years. I've seen it all. Everything Sprue's mentioned and more. What do you want to know? Ian was nothing like I expected. The note made me feel like he was growing to be a client. The note made me feel like he was going to be a kindly old granddad type figure, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Postman Ian spoke with a thick city accent and wore a heavy gold chain around his tattooed neck. He had dyed his graying hair boot polished black. His demeanor was thankfully non threatening, but extraordinarily cocky. He was the sort of man I imagined in a betting shop, rubbing his grubby hands on notes as he bragged over a win. He didn't ask as he lit a cigarette in my living room. I didn't question it. We would usually smoke outside, but I wasn't going to argue over technicalities. I grabbed a bowl for the ash and lit one too. Let's start with the things in the lift. My boyfriend is missing, and he took the lift at 3:15 over 24 hours ago. We hadn't got this note yet. I haven't heard from him since, and I need to get him back. Nothing prepared me for what he said next. His skin turned pale, and his harsh looking face became more sympathetic as he explained. He's dead, love. Forget about him now. He's like, forget about
shit.
him. He's like, Daddy's here. Forget about him.
I guess.
Postman Ian is here to save the day.
Yeah, he's dead. Just, yeah, that guy, dead.
That guy dead. Give me your
Like,
underwear.
how sensitive. How sensitive.
He's
Dead.
he's dead, love. Forget about him now. Only one person has ever come back from the lift at that time of night, and it was Prue herself. After witnessing it, those creatures ripping their victim apart. Poor Prue was traumatized. Your boy is gone. Let go and follow the rules. He was blunt, but I could tell he felt sorry for me. There must be something I can do, I pleaded. There are things I've heard to bring back those who are lost, but I have never seen solid proof they work. It would be too irresponsible of me to tell you to do something that might get you killed too. It's nice here, honest. Just get over him and live the status quo. Sorry if I sound harsh. I don't mean to, but you seem like a
Sure.
decent young lady, and I don't want to see you gone. I don't want to see you go too. He's like, look, honey bunny. Forget about your boy. Forget about your
Follow
boy.
the rules.
Follow the rules. Marry me.
He's dead.
He's done. He fucked up. He's a dumb
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Don't you fuck up too?
Don't you fuck up too. Little old
Hang
Ian
out with
here.
me.
I don't
Yeah,
trust.
exactly.
I don't fucking trust this guy.
Me neither.
I asked about what Miss Hemmings had seen in the lift and if they were sure it happened to all who entered it. I refused to believe that Jamie was dead. There had to be something I could do, and if I knew what I was dealing with, I could be better prepared. It was awful what happened. I wasn't there, but this is what I was told. Little Lila was such a cute kid. She used to open the door and give me a tip when I delivered the post. She was Prue's granddaughter. Lila was her son's little girl, and that night she was staying over for the first time. Prue finally felt confident she could protect Lila from all the strange things that happened here. But she was wrong. Little Lila had a problem with sleepwalking, and she took a trip into the hallway at 1:30 in the morning. Prue took a little too long to notice the sound she had heard was the front door, and by the time she reached the lift, she saw the creatures dragging Lila's limbs away from her body.
Jesus.
She tried to fight them, even killed one, but she couldn't save the little girl. I was hysterical, imagining Jamie's fate. What are creatures? Have you ever seen them before? Or what are the creatures? Have you ever actually seen them? I asked. No one really knows what they are, love. I hate when people call someone love and they don't know them. Like,
Yeah, you don't love me.
you
Don't
don't
talk to
love.
me like that.
Yeah, fucking Ian. No one, no
Love.
one really knows what they are,
Hey,
love.
love.
Hey, love, let's scram. Let's split.
Yeah. We just start yelling random word stuff.
Yeah.
This is actually not a podcast about anything but Tourette's. We just yell random things.
Scram, see? Yeah, just scram.
Yeah, yeah. See, what is that from?
Oh, don't you know, love? Isn't that what's his face? Fucking what the guy that fucking actor, fucking James Dean, right? Not James Dean. Who the fuck is the actor in It's a Wonderful Life?
I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing.
Please hold.
All I know is nothing.
Please hold.
Especially right now, though. My
I'm
head
pretty
just hurts. It doesn't want to think.
James Stewart. James Stewart is the motherfucker that I'm thinking of from the 1930s.
I'm thinking, okay, what I think that I'm thinking of is Oliver and Company. I think there's a part in Oliver and Company.
That makes sense. I think there is.
I don't know for sure. I could be completely making it up.
Hmm.
I would like to watch it before I go to bed, but I know that's not going to happen. I'm just going to go sleep.
Oliver and Company.
It's a good movie.
Yes, it is. You know, what also pissed me off looking back at it. Fucking Stuart Little. Fucking Stuart Little.
I didn't like Stuart Little.
These fucking people, these fucking humans, right? Adopt a fucking mouse over a fucking human boy or girl. The fucking mouse you adopted over a human. The fuck is wrong with you?
They just were. They were kid people. They're mouse people. It's like my little sister who's into the cats.
Yeah, but they had
She's
a kid
cat
though.
person. Yeah, I don't know. I never watched the movie. I just didn't enjoy it. Maybe that's why.
There's this fucking conservative guy. I think his name's like Nick Shirley. He did like the whole expose on like daycares in Minnesota getting fraud or whatever. That dumb fuck.
Yeah.
He was on a podcast recently. He just, whenever you hear him talk, he just sounds dumber and dumber. But anyways, the podcast hosts they're on about Charlie Kirk and this fucking Nick Shirley guy was like, I'm really offended you didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk on your podcast, like didn't like denounce the shooting. And he was like the podcast host like, yeah, I actually did on this episode when I interviewed the guy who was interviewing or talking to Charlie Kirk when he died. Like I mentioned like all these things about how it was wrong and like we shouldn't devolve to this kind of like action. And then Nick was like, well, I didn't watch it. I don't want to. But I thought it was wrong. You didn't say anything. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He said something. And you just don't want to watch the podcast that he said it on. Because you're dumb.
What? Okay.
So stupid.
What? Make it make sense.
Make it fucking make sense.
I understand.
No one really knows what they are, love. They are something to do with the building and all its quirks. No one ever seen them elsewhere. We don't know where they came from, just that they are here. I've seen them a few times over the years, usually when new neighbors have left biscuits down for their cats and dogs, or haven't disposed of food waste properly. They're curious little creatures, mostly harmless out of the hours Prue warned you about, but if they're fed, they can become quite vicious, looking for more food. That's why you have to bin all your scraps, or hide them, or pack them, or whatever. Just don't leave them out and don't use the lift at those times, and you're safe from the creatures. They're a little smaller than humans, but they're a similar shape. They come with grotesque rodent like features and are far larger than any rodent could be. Like rodent children, I suppose. They have two sharp rows of teeth per jaw and are constantly hungry. When they eat, they crunch down in a violent and disgusting way, dripping spittle everywhere. Prue said she could hear her granddaughter's bones shatter in those jaws. He went pale at the thought of that, but continued. When they first arrived in the building, there were hundreds. It caused pandemonium amongst the residents. We lost the residents of more than 30 of the individual homes, but the residents fought back and managed to kill all but the strongest minority of them. The creatures left over were incredibly dangerous and seemingly impossible to eradicate. So the residents struck a deal that they will be left unharmed and allowed to live in the building in return for the residents' safety at all times. But if anyone wonders the lift between 1:11 and 3:33 a.m., they are fair game. This time frame is the period the creatures are at their most frenzied, and restricting them to the lift was safer for all parties. God help anyone who encounters them during those hours. You're telling me the residents beat the shit out of like all of them except for the little tiny minority who were strong. And they ended up striking a deal with them. So the creatures who these minority were stronger and outlived everyone else didn't just finish off the rest of the residents. They agreed to only eat between these certain hours, and the residents who had beat the shit out of all the other ones didn't just finish the job and kill all of. There are weapons you can buy. I don't understand the premise of this. Like, striking a deal with creatures, apparently. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would have zero trust. And then these people are like, oh, yeah, living here was great. You just gotta adhere to the rules.
This is amazing. You hear and love? uh They've been here ever since, claimed lots of unsuspecting people avoiding the stairs, but nothing like when they first arrived. A few got put down for not holding up the end of the bargain. Okay, so you have the strength to kill them because you put them down when they broke the rules. Why didn't you just fucking kill them all? Okay. I'm sorry. I will go off a tirade here.
Yeah.
A few got put down
You take this story.
for not holding up their end of the bargain. We haven't had an incident outside the lift in years. Count yourself lucky you missed that crisis. Everything here is pretty peaceful now. I'm sorry about your boyfriend. I really have to go. I'm late for my round. He scrawled his phone number on a piece of paper and handed it to me. He's like, here you go, baby. My phone number,
Yeah.
my direct line. Emergencies only. I don't like to be bothered. Wait, you can't go? The note said you would help me. And I will. He snapped back.
Jesus.
When there's something I can help with. I can't resurrect your boyfriend, and I don't like to be late delivering the post. I will see you soon, love. Fucking
My love.
condescending fuck. I was in shock. I couldn't quite believe what I was hearing, and I couldn't believe he was leaving me after the information overload and the small ray of hope he had lit inside me, and then squashed. I'll call the police, I shouted. You can try it if you want, Ian sighed. It just aggravates the creatures, and it isn't going to bring your boy back. Mr. Prentice hates it when the police come too. If you want to get any sleep in the next week, I'd avoid it. Wait a week, report him missing, and learn to adapt to life here, love, or you'll be dead in days. And with that, he shut the door behind him. I opened it again. I had so much more to ask, but he was gone. No sign of him anywhere in the corridor. Maybe it was me losing my mind. I might be imagining all these things, but no matter how much I willed it, the note was still there, and Jamie still was not. Georgia arrived not long after Ian left. I, of course, asked if she had seen him in the corridor to try and affirm myself that he was real, but she hadn't. She looked at me worried and held me as I sobbed and told her what the postman said about Jamie and the creatures. I wasn't sure she believed me. Even as she read the note, she looked skeptical. If she was skeptical, I wouldn't have blamed her, but she's always been supportive. She sat with me for hours while I just sobbed, heartbroken. I was so conflicted as to what to do. What to do. It felt insane and I hadn't contacted anybody, but this note had turned out to be accurate so far, and if the postman was to be trusted, then I should wait. Georgia had been my best friend for many years. She stuck up for me when I was too scared to do it for myself, and always been the brave one between the two of us. I felt safe around her, so after hours of crying and despairing at the way my life had changed in a matter of days, I finally decided to take a nap. It was early evening, and Georgia was watching TV, just there for me if I needed her. Despite the deprivation, I struggled to fall asleep. I tried to imagine Jamie's arms around me, but it became a more painful reminder that they probably never will again. Eventually, after what felt like an eternity of staring at the damp patch on the ceiling, I drifted off. About 3 hours ago, I woke up, staring at the goddamn damp patch on the ceiling, and could hear chatting in the living room. I jumped out of bed and walked towards it. Georgia was on the sofa with a middle-aged looking woman, both nursing a cup of tea in the matching mugs that Jamie had got me as a move-in present. My blood boiled, but it wasn't their fault. I cleared my throat to get their attention. Oh shit, here we go. Oh, Katie.
I was confused.
This is Natalia. She lives upstairs. We got chatting, so I made her a cup of tea. I hope you don't mind. I looked at the dark-haired woman on the sofa, drinking tea from my cup, and nodded. Georgia was a sociable idiot with no understanding of when to not be herself. I wasn't going to lament her for it. It was her coping. Of course. Hi, Natalia. What flat do you live in? I tried my very best to be polite. I would have to discuss not bringing people into my home mid-tragedy with Georgia after she had left, but until then, I would be neighborly. Flat 71. It's so nice to meet you. You have a lovely home. Natalia responded, her lips curled at the corners into a smile that wasn't replicated in her eyes or the rest of her facial expression. She looked at me smugly with full knowledge that I was aware of the implications of what she had just said. The rules. The flat number. Every now and then, somebody will knock at your door claiming to live in one of those flats, asking to borrow sugar. They will seem entirely average, but you must shut and lock the door immediately. Prue's warning echoed in my mind, and I couldn't take my eyes off Natalia. Something really was off about her. I looked at Georgia, sat on the sofa next to her, and noticed her sweating. Anyone in the UK knows it's been a hot few days, but this was beyond just the ambient temperature. Her entire body was dripping. Suddenly, she began to pant. Tally's eyes were locked to mine, just like the window cleaner's had been. Nothing happened before with the cleaner, except this time the rule had been broken. She was already in the flat. Georgia started to scream as her skin blistered and charred. Her hair fell from her scalp as the skin flaked and melted away from every inch of her. She was being burned alive without a flame in sight. She scratched frenetically at her own melting face, digging into the exposed raw flesh. The sound a person makes when they burn alive is like no other. That will never leave me. I screamed and screamed, but no one came to my door. I tried to grab my phone to call the postman, Ian, but the wooden surface I had set it down on burned my fingers to the touch and forced me to recoil. She was going to set the entire flat alight. My actions need to be quicker than a phone call. I grabbed hold of the large knife I had set down on the side earlier when weaponizing. The handle blistered my fingers instantly, but I didn't care. I needed to get her out now and help Georgia if I could. I ran towards the dark haired lady, sweat dripping from my brow the closer I got, and plunged the knife into Natalia's throat. She gripped it and fell to the floor. She didn't bleed like a normal person. Her insides were black. She was still moving, and I figured it probably wouldn't be long before she stood right back up and tried again. So I dragged her into the hallway, ready to bolt the door. As we reached the entrance of the corridor, one of the cats was waiting, hissing at her semi conscious body. I caught her eyes fixate on it as I dumped her on the floor. I grabbed the cat, pulled him inside, wincing as its skin caused more burns in my lower arms, shut the door, and watched through the peephole. She got up, held her hand to the wound, cauterizing it, and walked off towards the lift, as if she hadn't been injured at all. I dropped the cat by that point, but every bit of my naked skin that had touched it throbbed and burned for at least an hour. Georgia hadn't been as lucky as Natalia with injury recovery. I anonymously called an ambulance for her. I couldn't believe it, but she was still breathing. She was badly burned, and her life wouldn't be the same again, but she was alive. And for that, I was grateful. It sounds awful, but I left her at the park across the road from the building.
Yeah, it does sound awful.
Jesus Christ, lady, with no phone or ID. She's my best friend. She's not okay. What the fuck? Okay, she's my best friend, and I want to be there.
Sure.
But if I own up to my involvement in injuries that bad, they'll suspect me, and I lose the already slim chance that Jamie might be savable. It doesn't mean I don't care about Georgia, but she's alive. I won't believe Jamie isn't until I see it. So now I'm alone again in the flat, conflicted about what to do. I want to leave so badly, but this was mine and, and Jamie's first home together. If he's alive and I can save him, then I want it to be here for him to come back to. And if he's dead and the postman is right, then I don't know if I can leave his memory behind. There's only one person that can help right now. So tonight I'm going to do some research, hunt down an address, and tomorrow morning I'm going to visit Prudence Hemmings. That's the end of part 2.
Wow.
Like, this. Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, this. I'm sorry. Your boyfriend's gone.
your boyfriend's
Get out while you
gone.
still can.
Just make sweet love to the postman.
Seriously.
Have his babies. Sell your underwear. And move somewhere else.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
But
do
get
what you
out of
gotta do. Get that money.
Get out of there.
Scram. Split.
Yeah, well, he still can.
I don't understand though. It's so much more suspicious to dump your friend off at a bench than
Well,
if
yeah,
you call
because
the
you're
police.
hoping your friend lives. And if they live, then they're gonna rat you out. So what are you really accomplishing from dumping your friend except for hoping that they're dying?
Well, but also, if your friend lives, they might, be like, "Oh, hey, it wasn't her that burned me. It was this fucking crazy bitch that came in." But if she dies and someone saw you dump her body, essentially, girl, you're going to jail. You're going to jail
Yeah.
for a long time.
Oh, and you're counting on them in this traumatic moment to remember things correctly.
Honestly, at this point, I would have just tossed her. I would have like, "Hey, let's wait until 1:11 a.m." And I would like, "This is what happens when you don't read the fucking letter I gave you," and I'd toss her in the lift.
See, this is why I don't trust you.
I mean, she's already dead. Her face
Exactly.
melted.
This is why.
Okay, but let me ask you a question then. If this was the situation and your face was melting off you, essentially, do you want me to take you to the hospital and you can live a life like full of pain for the next few hours and then die, or just toss you and get a quick death from the creatures?
Creatures in the lift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to make any decisions about my demise. How about that?
What would you rather me do, though? Would you rather me just toss you to the creatures?
No, I'll go die in the hospital agonizingly. I don't want to go die with the creatures.
That's a quick death. Quick.
I understand. No. I don't want it. I'll go take my chances with their shit at the hospital. And I'm pretty sure they're out to kill me. For real, for real. I knew someone that worked at the hospital, and their way of telling people that people died on their shift was they disconnected from the Wi-Fi.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they have no feelings.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was somebody who like works on people's hearts. Like does the ultrasounds in their hearts, doesn't actually work on them. But yeah.
You know what's always scared me about and it's probably an unreasonable, I'm sure it's like a proven incorrect, like not real thing. But I
I
want
love unreasonable things that we're scared of. You know this. My family didn't like water in the house for a while because of leaks and ice. So what's your unreasonableness?
well, unreasonable is I'm an organ donor, okay? And I just became an
Uh-huh.
organ donor like I don't know, 10 years ago. But
Okay.
someone, and this is like a theory that goes around, is if like you are close to death, like not dead, but like close to dying, and they're not sure if you're gonna make it,
Uh-huh.
they'll let you die if you're an organ donor.
I'm fine with it. Let me go. I didn't want it that bad anyways. Life. I mean, yeah. I'm cool with it. I've been an organ donor since I was 18. My
But,
family
like-
did not agree with it.
But
They tried to
like,
talk me out.
but the parameters could be like, in theory, it's like they are perceiving you're close to death. Like, what if you're not though?
If I'm not, they're just trying to keep my organs vital so that they could help somebody else because they're probably not going to help me. And you know what? I'm fine with these kind of statistics playing with my life. It's okay. It's okay. They're like better odds that this person can, like, these 3 people can use your organs or you might live. It's fine. Call it.
Phone it in.
Yeah, you be the judge. That's not
Be
up
the-
to me.
Just disconnect from the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I disconnect from the Wi-Fi so that other people can use my controller.
Just turn off the Bluetooth.
Yes, exactly. No way, I'm turning that Bluetooth on. If you get a piece of me after my death, I will be haunting you forever. Guess what? It's you and me, bitch.
I
You
feel
got my
sorry for
eyeballs,
the.
and we both seeing out these eyeballs. You're gonna hear me for the rest of your life.
I feel sorry for the.
Also, if you buy the underwear, you also will be haunted. Suckers.
But like, what if like the ghosts are real, right? And let's say like if your organs make it into your heart goes to somebody, your kidneys go like all your organs get distributed evenly. So you have like I don't know, you go to 5 different people, and like as a
Yeah.
ghost, you're now attached to 5 different people, and you are now essentially alive because you're a backseat passenger in their life.
I just see it as you are a phantom limb. You got little pieces of you everywhere you go. I can see out this way. I can move my arms out here. I can, my heart beats over here. I love things I never learned to love because of this person that has my heart. But this person's got my eyes.
Yeah, but like okay, let's say you essentially you're a passenger in this person's life now because you're part of their
Uh huh.
body, but you can see everything they see, and you're let's say your kidneys go to like or your eyes go to a man.
Yeah. I'm going to take over. He's not the driver anymore. All he has are my eyeballs, and I'm still going to take over.
You like wake up and like he's on his phone like incognito, bro.
Me and him are going to be schizophrenic because we're going to be fighting in his head.
Oh fuck! I make myself laugh so much.
What if?
I don't know. That'd be what an afterlife being stuck with 5 people, like living vicariously through them as they.
Yeah, they'd be living life the way I want to. All of a sudden, making terrible decisions. I already lived my life. Like, let's try things different. Let's fuck some shit up.
Okay, plot twist. Oh, you don't have any organs. You don't have like any organs. Somebody else. I was say plot twist. What if like someone's controlling your life, but you don't have any uh organs put inside you from somebody else? Neither do I. So I can't
Yeah,
even say that.
got nothing.
Well,
I got ashes from my best friend, but I don't think they do anything.
yeah, no, no. Well, thanks everyone for listening to us ramble. If you once again, if you think that if you would rather be allergic to watermelon, put that in the
Idiots.
survey. Or if you'd rather be allergic to grapefruit, put that in the survey. Um, also, yeah, let's get on this underwear thing and become millionaires. What if we become
Yeah, let's start this pyramid.
what if we become millionaires like the underwear selling industry? Like that'd be crazy.
And it all started from a spooky, scary
It
podcast.
all I feel like at that point we'll probably like get sued because like how could we possibly have one person wearing 10,000 pair of underwear?
I can change my underwear like 3 times a day. If that's my job, easy. I don't
Is
have
it
to count numbers. I can just change underwear constantly. Fuck yeah.
think it's time we just take advantage of the fucking perverts out there.
I'm on board. But ask me again when I'm not sick. We'll see. I'm like, whatever. There's no meaning to life.
Well, we will see everybody next week, hopefully.
Bye.